I don't know how to confess this mistake to you. My queen, those words feel heavier than my own crown. I have carried battles, I have stood in front of armies, I have faced the weight of nations on my shoulders. But nothing feels as terrifying as standing before you now. My heart is trembling, not because I fear the world, but because I fear losing you. And yet, I cannot hide this truth from you any longer. It will only poison what we have if I bury it in silence. Last night, against my will, they forced me into a marriage. A ceremony that was nothing but shackles disguised as tradition, a decision that belonged to others and not to me. You must be wondering why I let it happen. Why didn't I fight harder? Why did I run? But believe me, I was trapped in a web woven long before I had the chance to stop it. The elders, the family, the politics of blood and power, they cornered me like a prisoner who had no way out. My voice was drowned by their demands, my protests silenced by their authority. I stood there like a man bound in chains, watching a life-altering vow being spoken for me, not by me. And in that moment, my queen, I felt my soul leave me. Because every part of me belongs to you, and yet they tied me to someone I never chose, someone I never wanted. I cannot begin to tell you the storm inside me when I heard those words, when I felt the rituals surround me like iron walls. Every fiber of my being screamed your name. I wanted to tear away from that place. I wanted to run to you and tell you that no force in this world can change where my heart belongs. But my body stood still, betrayed by duty, held captive by the expectations I was born into. Last night, they gave me a wife in the eyes of the world, but in the eyes of my soul, I remained yours. Only yours. Please, don't mistake this as betrayal of you. My queen, if my heart had even flickered toward her, I would not have the courage to look you in the eye today. But it never did. Not for a breath, not for a heartbeat. She was nothing more than a stranger tied to me by their decision. A silent shadow. There was no love, no vow that carried meaning, no bond that touched my spirit. You are my vow, you are my bond, you are the only truth I know. What they forced upon me was hollow, empty, without life. I kept thinking of you. Every second, every ritual, every word spoken, I saw your face, I heard your laughter, I remembered your touch. And with each passing moment, I felt more torn apart because I knew this day would come when I would have to stand before you and confess. You deserve honesty, even if it breaks me to give it. Because you are not just the woman I love, you are the one I respect, the one I worship, the one I cannot imagine my life without. I don't know what your heart will decide after hearing this. Maybe you will turn away. Maybe you will cry. Maybe you will feel betrayed, even though betrayal was never in my hands. But know this, my queen, if you still choose to walk beside me after this, I will spend every breath of my life proving that my love for you was never touched, never divided, never lessened by what they did. If I could burn every trace of last night, if I could erase it from existence, I would. Because it does not define me. You do. And so I kneel before you, not as a prince, not as a man bound by duty, but as the one who is hopelessly yours. Forgive me if you can. Hold me if you will. But above all, believe me when I say this: last night they may have taken my freedom, but they will never take my heart. That will always belong to you, until my last breath and beyond. These words feel like poison on my tongue, but I cannot keep them inside any longer. Last night, they forced me into something I never wanted. My family, the elders, the people who believe they own my life without asking me, without caring for my heart, they pushed me into a marriage I did not choose. I stood there, numb, while the words were spoken, while the rituals were done, and I kept thinking of you, your face, your eyes, your smile that has been my only light. Every vow I was forced to take felt like a betrayal to the one vow that mattered, silent promise I made to love you and only you. And now, I sit here trembling, terrified of your silence, terrified of the pain I know these words will bring you. I wish I could tear that night out of existence, erase it from time, but I cannot. All I can do is fall on my knees before you and beg you to hear me, to see the truth in my eyes, that my heart still belongs only to you. I swear to you, this so-called marriage means nothing. It was not love, not choice, not even respect. It was a prison built by others to cage me. My soul is free, and it runs only to you. Why, Queen, I need you to understand that no woman, no ritual, no force on this earth could ever take your place in my life. I know how it sounds, I know it feels like I betrayed you, but if you look into me, if you touch my hand, you will feel that it beats for you and only you. I would break every law, fight every battle, and abandon every crown if it meant keeping you by my side. Don't turn away from me. Don't let this mistake, this curse forced upon me, destroy what we have. I am begging you, let me make it right, let me prove to you that even chains cannot keep me from being yours. I promise you, this life that lies ahead, it is yours. I will build it with my own hands, brick by brick, with your name written on every wall, and your shadow guiding every step. I will fight against this marriage, I will burn down the lies they built around me, and I will free myself from it no matter what it takes. You will never again have to feel second, never again have to doubt where you stand in my heart. You are my first thought in the morning, my last prayer at night, and my only dream in between. If I have to spend every breath I own proving this to you, I will do it without complaint. Please, my love, don't walk away. Forgive me, because without your forgiveness, I am not a man, I am just an empty shell wearing a crown that means nothing. If it takes a lifetime, I will dedicate it to healing the wound I've caused. If it takes standing before the world and shouting your name until every rumor and every shadow fades, I will do it without hesitation. I will go to war for us, against my own blood if I must. I will cut away every tie they used to bind me. Because what they did to me was not a marriage, it was an ambush, a betrayal, a theft of my freedom. But love cannot be stolen, and my love is yours. You are my sanctuary, my safe place, my destiny. Why, Queen, all I ask is that you take my trembling hands in yours, that you give me a chance to prove that nothing, not even the cruelest of fates, can take me away from you. I can't carry this weight alone anymore. Why, love, last night something happened that I never wanted, something that feels like a nightmare I cannot wake from. They forced me into a marriage I did not choose. I stood there, silent, helpless, my heart screaming your name while they tied me to someone I feel nothing for. Every vow, every word, every moment of that night, it broke me, because all I could think about was you. You who are my heartbeat. You, who are the only one I ever wanted to stand beside. And as the rituals went on, I felt like I was dying inside. I wanted to run to you, to tell them all that my heart already belongs, that I am already bound by love stronger than any chain they could put on me. But I couldn't. I failed. And now, all I can do is look at you with these guilty eyes, and beg you to understand that even though they forced my hand, they could never touch my soul. My soul belongs to you and you alone. Please, believe me when I say this so-called marriage is nothing but an empty shadow. There is no love in it, no truth, no life. It was done for power, for appearances, for reasons that have nothing to do with the heart. But you, my love, you are my truth. You are the only one I see when I close my eyes, the only one who makes me feel alive. I know this hurts you, I know it feels like a betrayal, but I swear to you I never gave them my heart, I never gave them my love. That part of me is already yours, and no one can ever take it away. You are the only woman I have ever dreamed of holding, the only one I see in my future, the only one who has ever made me believe in forever. God, let this cruel mistake, this nightmare they forced on me, tear us apart. Hold me, even if your heart is angry, even if your trust feels shaken. Let me prove to you that no matter what they do, I will always choose you. I promise you this, whatever it takes, I will fight to make this right. I will not rest until I break these chains, until I burn away the lie they tried to wrap me in. I will fight against my own blood if I must. I will walk away from every crown, every title, every honor they tried to tie to me, because none of it means anything without you. You are my crown. You are my glory. You are the only kingdom I want to serve. If you forgive me, if you still let me hold on to you, I will spend my every breath proving to you that you are first in my life, and always will be. I will build a future where no one can ever come between us again, where no one can touch what is ours. Please, my love, don't give up on me. Don't let me lose the only thing that makes this life worth living.